Yep, that's me running. Always running. I love getting up at 6 a.m. and do my running. I run everywhere. I also do quite a lot of yoga every single day. I love doing this and this too. That's nice. Who am I kidding? I actually hate sports. I mean, I like yoga, but running, not my thing. But for the last couple of years, I guess, since I started working online, I started doing quite a lot of sports. Why? I'll tell you about it in a moment, but first I need to change into something more formal, I would say. As you may know, I have been a digital nomad. I mean, I was a digital nomad, now I am pretty settled, so I am maybe more of an expat. And before that, I had taught English in Thailand. Then I opened my own business and I started teaching English online. Since then, I moved around Thailand, Vietnam, I went to Poland, I lived in Germany a little bit, and now I am in Portugal. So I have been away from my home country for quite a while. Now, during this time, I had one problem. The problem was health insurance. Yeah. If you want to become a digital nomad, or you are a digital nomad at the moment, I think you may know what I'm talking about. It is very, very hard to get a proper insurance, something really suitable. So you either get something for free, maybe a government insurance, or something quite affordable. And during my time as a nomad and expat, I have had quite a lot of experiences with choosing the right health insurance and trying to figure out what I should do about it. So today I want to tell you about my experiences and give you a little bit of advice on what to do if you are looking for health insurance and if you are a digital nomad, of course, or an expat. I would like to start from telling you guys why health insurance is so important. There was a time when I didn't have any policy. Don't do it, really, don't do it. But I was stupid enough just not to care. And at that time I was living in Thailand and I was diagnosed with melanoma. And fortunately, nothing worse happened. I just had it cut it out and that was it. But I had to pay £300, British pounds, from my own pocket for the surgery and for the tests and so on. So when I saw the bill, I realized that I had been really stupid and I started looking for a policy. That was a little bit too late, because if you admit that you recently had something done, like a minor surgery, or you had melanoma or any other form of cancer, there are not that many companies that will want to insure you. So finally I found a solution, but that took me a lot of stress and nerves and everything. So it's not worth it, let me tell you. You never know what can happen. You are going abroad, you are going to a country that you don't know. Many digital nomads go to countries like Thailand, where the healthcare is quite affordable. But if something major happens, if you have an accident, if you have to stay in a hospital for a couple of days, then the bills really grow and grow. So it is really important to have insurance. Another thing is travel insurance. I use travel insurance as well as health insurance. Travel insurance is not really a solution if you go abroad for a longer time. If you go for maybe a year, 6 months, or longer, if you want to live in certain countries, then travel insurance will not insure you if you get really sick and you have to stay in a hospital. They won't insure you if you need to go and see your GP. They won't insure you if you have diabetes and need constant care, and so on and so on. If you want to stay somewhere longer and you know that maybe you're gonna get a cold and you have to see a doctor, or maybe you are scared that something major will happen. If you use a scooter in Thailand, maybe you might have an accident, then travel insurance might not be enough. So this is important to have full health insurance. Travel insurance is good if you travel constantly, if you move around, and for example, you want to be sure that the company will give you money back for if your bags get missing, or if something happens to your laptop or to your camera. Then yes, travel insurance is great for that. But more comprehensive, more complex insurance, then you need to look somewhere else. When you are a digital nomad and you look into health insurance, you will notice that it's not such an easy task to get a good health insurance. First of all, if you're counting on your government and you're counting on the insurance that you have, the government insurance that you have, well, you might be disappointed, because quite a lot of countries don't allow you to pay your taxes and your insurance if you are away from your home country for more than 185 days per year. If you go home every now and then and you spend a couple of months at home, then it might not be such a problem. But if you don't plan on doing that and you want to be away for quite a while, then, well, it's not really the best thing to rely on your government and on your government insurance. Then, of course, if you want to buy health insurance, private health insurance, the cost is huge sometimes. It, of course, depends on your age. It depends on your condition. But usually it's a cost of around $1,000 and so on. So, you know, for a year, maybe in a scale of a year, it's not that much, but it still makes you think, will I ever use this insurance? Is this really worth it? So, as you can see, there's no easy solution to this. Now, what is the solution? I can give you a couple of solutions that I used and I am still using. One is to keep paying taxes in your home country. If you are home for 185 days per year, then it's not a problem. If your country allows you to pay voluntarily insurance, national insurance, which is the case, for example, in the UK, you can do that, and then you are entitled to your free health insurance, your free government health insurance, which is probably the cheapest option. But what if you get sick? So let's say you are in Asia and you get really, really sick, and you have to go to the hospital and you cannot even walk properly, I don't know, something really serious happens. Then you either need to stay in that country and, you know, try to pay your bills, and the bills can get really, really high in Asia. Believe me, it's not really such a cheap health insurance, care. So that can be very expensive. Or you can try to jump on a flight and go home. But then you end up with a really huge bill again, because you had to buy last-minute flight, and sometimes last-minute flights are very expensive. Maybe you need special care during the flight, that also can get expensive. And then you get home, you get to your GP, you need to wait for your referral, and then you need to wait for the specialist to see you. How long will it take? I don't know, sometimes it really takes months. So is it really worth it? I don't know. You decide. So this is the solution I have chosen, because I am in Portugal. I go to UK every now and then, and I stay there for a bit, just to show my face. I pay taxes there and I pay my national insurance. So if something happens, then I can jump on the plane and I can just fly there, and it's not such a big deal. I also have a European healthcare card, which you can use if you are a citizen of the European Union or one of the countries. You just apply for it from your health care system fund or whatever it is called from the government, and they send it to you home, and most of the time it's free, or you have to pay a little bit extra for it. But this card is very good because you can use it in any European country if you need to see a doctor. And for most of the stuff, you can use the healthcare in that country for free. So if I get sick and I have flu or something, or really bad cold, or I don't know, I need to go and see a doctor now, I just go to the GP surgery here in Portugal, and I can see the doctor for free. But remember that sometimes they can refuse to see you if they figure out that you are in that country for more than 185 days per year. For example, this is the case in Portugal, and you need to be registered as a resident. So that's very important. It's good to find out about that first. So what happens if you are far away from Europe or from your home country, you are in Asia, in South America or somewhere, and you travel around? In that case, it's best to buy health insurance. Unfortunately, if you move around, it's very expensive to buy, but at least you are on the safe side. I don't have any other solution. This is the best thing I can come up with. So what if you are far away from your own country? If you travel around all the time, you move from one country to another, then I think you would need to rely either on travel insurance or on some health insurance policies. And I must say there's no easy solution to this, and you have to buy one of those expensive ones, and you know, not all the companies cover you for many countries in the world, especially if you move around. So I think maybe travel insurance is a good solution here, and just go back to your home country and try to pay taxes there. If you are one of those people, like me, that likes to stay somewhere for a little longer, then I think there is a good solution. If you're going to Asia, for example, you can buy one of the insurance that only covers you for that region, so for Southeast Asia or for one country. So for example, like Thailand, they have a lot of Thai companies that also insure foreigners that live in Thailand, and I think that's one of the best options, and probably the most affordable ones. And in Thailand, for example, what I did when I lived in Thailand, I was a teacher, and I opened my own bank account thanks to this. But you can, as a digital nomad or an expat, you can open your own bank account in Thailand. It's not that difficult, and really it's sometimes worth doing it. So once you have your bank account, you can buy insurance from one of the banks where you have your account, and it's very cheap and quite good. I had insurance from SCB, Siam Commercial Bank, and it was only $500 per month. It was pretty good. Now there are also other companies. If you don't have your own bank account and you can't be bothered with opening it, then there are also other solutions. There are quite a few companies that work only in this region, only in Southeast Asia, or only in Thailand. One of the companies is, for example, Luma Healthcare, and Luma insures expats and digital nomads as well. And you can find a really good deal from them. They insure you only if you are in Southeast Asia for more than 185 days. And the insurance is not only for Thailand. So if you move from Thailand to Malaysia, to Cambodia and some other countries, that insurance still works there. So the policy doesn't cost that much. It starts from around $500 per year, and so it's a very good deal. And they also look after their customers. They try to prevent certain diseases, injuries, and so on. So they also have a special app that you can track your healthy lifestyle. If you want to change something in your life and you want to become healthier, then I think that's a very good option. So this takes me to my last point, prevention. Prevention is the key. As I told you, as you saw, I do exercises. I try exercising and I hate it. I don't like getting up at 6 a.m. I don't like running. I do like yoga, but you know, it's still something that I dread. I've never been a sporty person. And when it comes to my diet, I still like to have fries with my dinner. I like wine, I like beer, you know, I like fry-ups. I love it. But after a while of being a digital nomad, I decided that I wanted to change something, because I noticed that my back hurt, my neck hurt, I had sleepless nights, you know, I was just not very fit, and I was just getting really miserable at the same time. So I decided to change it, because you know, you can have the best insurance on the market, you can have the best healthcare ever, but that doesn't change the fact that if you get sick, you're going to be freaking miserable, and really you're not going to be very happy. So buy insurance, look after that, you know, try to sort it out, and then try to look after yourself. Or maybe not try, look after yourself. That's my advice for today. And I think that's it really for today, and I hope you got something out of that, and that made you think about a few things in your life. And if you have any comments, let me know in the comments. If you have any comments, you know what I mean. As always, I am putting a lot of useful links in the description of this video. You will find some advice on expat insurance, on digital nomading, and living abroad, and so on and so on. So have a look there. I am sure that you'll find some good extra advice there too. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Bye!